Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learn Math with Syed Ali. So continuing our topic for data management, we have a question here. Mrs. Alex is planning a skiing trip or ski trip for the students. Look at the participants who skied before. So this is the number of the participants of each age. So data is there. Present the data choosing the most suitable graph. So we have to decide which graph type or which type of the data representation we should use here. So I have put the double bar graph definition on the top to justify that we will be using double bar graph to display this data, because this double bar graph display two sets of discrete data. You can see that here I have three variables, right? One is age, one is the students who skied before, and the people or students who never skied before. So that means if we choose one color for the bar graph as like something never skied, and one bar graph for another color, maybe this, so skied before. So this color bar graph. So we can show now one thing on the x-axis and other thing on the y-axis. So we have like this, right? And we can plot the number of the students, right? Number of the students or number of the participants, right? So here we are plotting number of participants. So in numbers, so I can say, let me dark here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and I have to go up to 20. So maybe I have to go into my writing 18 and 20, right? So I have to plot up to 20, and here in this direction I can put the age of the participants. For age I can put like where age starts, like 10. So I can say 0 to, let me check here, like I can say 10 here, right? And 11, 12, 13, 14. So I will make a double bar graph here to display this data, and I will color the black for the participants or the students who never skied, and purple with the students or the participants which before skied. So never skied and before skied, right? So I will put down here never skied, right? So now we have to plot the data, and we have choose the double bar graph because the definition of the double bar graph is to display two sets of discrete data. So now I have to, here 10 is 4 and 20. 4 is somewhere here. This is never skied, and never skied is black, right? So I can display here 10 like this. This is my 4, right? So black means never skied. So 4 never skied, but 20 skied before, right? So I have to put orange for never skied before. So there are 20 participants there. So this is something like this, and the bar is showing that they are 20. This bar is showing me. So these are two sets of discrete data, right? So I am just coloring it. So two sets of discrete data. So this here, clearly I can see that, okay, black is never skied. So the students or the participant never skied is 4, but those number are 20. And then I took the black marker again because I have to see at the 11 age. So it is 10 age. It is at the age of 10, it is 11, it is 12, 13 and 14. right? Years of age. So now I have to see 6, and 6 is somewhere here. So at the age of 11, there are 6 participants who never skied, but there are 17 participants who skied before. So I have to go to 17. Here is 17. So this is my 17. So I show another bar to show 17 students, right? This is more better than previous one. Previous one, I don't know why it was coming out white. Okay, so this is how we show 11. Then I have to take 12, and at the age of 12, 6 again skied before. Oh, skied before is ample, right? So I have to change my numbers here, because the 4 was skied before, and skied before was, so I can change the number here maybe. So skied before, because I choose the wrong color, skied before is this, right? And never skied is this. So this is never skied. Skied before is 4, never skied is 20. Never skied is 20. So skied before, what color I have to choose? I have to save, because I started the column, the bar graph. So I can say that this one black, and I draw black for skied before. Skied before. And I draw purple for never skied. Sorry about that. So never skied, right? So never skied. So my this purple color is never skied. So 20 was never skied at 10, and 17 was never skied at the age of 11, and then age of 12 I have skied before as 6 again at 12, right? So I have 6 again here. So I have a discrete set of skied and never skied. So never skied is here at this age 15. So I have to go to 15. So here is 15. So this is just the approximate graph, because on the graph paper or the grid paper, you can have the exact values of these bar graph. So I have shown you here 15. Right? Next one is at the age of 13, there were 8 skied before. So at the age of 13, there were 8. So 8 is this. So at the age of 13, I have this. How many? 6. 8. 8 now before skied before, and 16 never skied. So 16 is somewhere here. So I have to go from here to take a straight line here, and then I can make a bar graph for the age of. So this is my bar graph, straight enough, I think. So this is at the age of 13, and then I have age of 14, right? At the age of 14, I have 10 skied before. So at the age of 14, right, I have 10. So 10 is here. So I have to come back here. 10 is here. So I have to do the black part first, which is skied before. And I corrected here, skied before, right? This is black, skied before. So this is skied before. How many? 10. And how many never skied? 12. So 12 is here. So I have to take a straight line to show here the exact number of the students or the participants at the age of 14 who never skied. So this is how it is shown on the grid paper. It will be exact and accurate. You can use ruler, right? So to draw it sharp curves, sharp bars. So we choose number of the participants and the age. and we choose to show this data into the double bar graph because to display two sets of the discrete data. So there were two sets, right? We have to compare the two sets of the data, the students who never skied or the students who skied before. Hope you understand it. And this is a good example of why you choose double bar graph in this situation. So you have to write that it can show you two sets of discrete data, therefore you are choosing a double bar graph. Same question can be asked like this, that if I want to compare the number of the participants, so question number 2, if I want to show the number of, or if I want to compare, maybe compare is better word, if I want to compare the number of participants of each age to the whole group, So which graph I should choose? Which graph to display my data? I should choose to display data. So now you have to think for a while, but I have already answered this question in previous videos, but I will tell you one more time that in this case, I will be choosing circle graph. Very good. I will be choosing circle graph. So answer is choose circle graph. Choose circle graph. Why? Because circle graph represents part to the whole relationship. Because circle graph shows us part to whole, right? Part to whole relationship. So now you have knowledge of each type of the graph where we have to choose what, because certain graphs has got certain efficiency to show the data clearly and correctly, and we can choose the data, choose the way of displaying it accordingly, right? Whole relation, what was I saying? Choose circle graph because circle graph shows us part to whole relationship. So that will be the explanation you will put, right? If you want to compare the two datas with the whole data, with the whole means we will be choosing circle graph. So these are the two examples. In the first question I chose double bar graph, and then second question I chose circle graph, and we have our reasonings. So hope you like the video. If you like it, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon button to receive another educational video. Thank you for watching.